It's Luke and Naomi.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I like to do it in that kind of order. Isn't that weird? I noticed that last time. I don't know. That's just the way that it comes out.
Not gonna lie, I don't like that order.
It's in order, though, like chronological order.
Yeah, if you're starting with evening.
Yeah, so, it's evening for us. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Probably morning for a lot of people, maybe. I don't know. Now look, we've gone off the rails already. Happy episode 21.
21?
21.
Why did we not pour like a shot to kick off this episode?
That would probably not be the great... I don't know. We still can. We can just hit pause.
We should. Let's hit pause and take a shot and celebrate 21 episodes.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Okay.
All right.
Good. Happy 21st episode then.
All right. This is going to be a show.
All said and done. Wait for that wait for that nice warm booze to kick in.
That's right. Warm and delicious.
Unprepared. As always. As always, we are absolutely unprepared. We're unprepared for that and everything else.
I like, though, that that's just how the show goes now. I mean, it would sometimes before where it was like, oh, let's do this. Okay, and just try to, like, throw something together. But that happens a lot during our podcast here, and it's just how we are.
Oh, yeah.
We just got to accept that.
Yeah, why even try to prepare?
I know.
Just I'm going to scroll the internet while you're talking and not pay attention like always and all of that. Then we'll figure out where we're going from there.
That's right.
Yeah, so what were
Come
you saying?
along for the ride.
So, happy episode 21. Welcome aboard, everybody. And it is a Monday that we're recording, so happy Dallas Cowboys Victory Monday.
That's right.
As you can see by the t-shirt.
Yeah.
I break out a Cowboy shirt on the 2 or 3 Victory Mondays that I get every season with them. So this is one of them.
Yeah, there you go.
This is the third one, so probably the last.
Is that it? Yeah, that's done with?
Yeah, we'll see.
It's all downhill from here?
Oh, man, they're playing well. The defense is just killer. The backup quarterback is, playing well, honestly. He's not even just like sufficing. He's playing well. So
yeah, I just hate football.
I know it. You are just not having a good go of the football picks, are you?
I'm not. And I like 2 weeks ago, I was like, I got this. This is my week. I felt so confident. And then this time around, the picks were awful. But as the game started, I was like, all right, this is okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing okay. Man, it looked like there was a chance, besides the Lions game, that I was going to get all the rest of them right. I was feeling very confident.
Very confident. That's, a couple of weeks right in a row. You're just, I got this one. And
it's all a lie.
I noticed you trying not to pay attention until later on in the games this week, too.
Yeah.
Because, you're on the phone and such, and I know you didn't ask at least about the scores until later on in the games, and it was like, oh,
I was so
you
mad.
don't want to know.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That was a bummer.
It was. And I'm so, like I always say, I hate football, and I'm just done making my picks. I'm just going to, I don't know, randomly do it. Roll dice or something.
Just pick by, how you used to, by which mascot can beat each other up,
I still do that for the ones that I don't know which one to pick. I still go in the back of my head and I go, okay, can a commander beat a cowboy?
Apparently not.
No, they couldn't. So I took the Cowboys, so I won that one.
There you go. Right on.
You got that.
Good girl.
But the rest of them, not so much. I thought a lion could beat a Seahawk,
Yeah, you would think so.
I figured it would, but no, that's not how it works.
I didn't, but anyway. So now Naomi sits down around 29 out of closer to 50.
Still, that's awful. 29th place. I'm just so over football. I really am. I know I say that every single year, too. But I'm so over it.
But it was a crazy week jumping out just right off the bat with Tua on Thursday night just getting clobbered.
Yeah.
And all that stuff with the concussion thing, and that's now back into the whole we got to deal with the concussions and stuff like that. They're going to change all the rules again, and
of course.
Probably sooner rather than that. Was still scary to see. I mean, yikes! If you watch boxing or fighting or whatever, you've seen that before. But that's what that looked like. It looked like he got knocked out, like pretty.
Just crazy.
Definitely
Yeah.
crazy. And then this week with the comebacks and stuff like that, the Bills come back from down 20 or something like that. And,
Yeah, they were down 20.
And the Lions really did, without a whole bunch of weapons. That's why I didn't pick them, because I think like almost every one of their starting receivers and running backs were out and all that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to pick the Lions this week. And they still got within 3 at one point.
Yeah.
And then
They
I
were
think-
close.
Yeah, and then the last couple of minutes, the Seahawks give us like one of those ceiling touchdowns or something like that. Of the
I
last,
don't know.
It was a dagger for sure, but
All I know is that they didn't win, so I'm mad at them.
that's right.
I'm mad at all of them. I'm mad at
Boo.
all of the teams. You all suck.
Boo football. You know what you should do is just go for walks during the games every Sunday.
You know, I should. I
What
should
would
just
I ever
stop.
do without you?
Yeah. Probably like it better that I'm not there going, what the heck's going on in that game? What's that?
No, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, the pause. So other than football and all that stuff, really didn't do much this weekend, did we?
No, which I'm so happy
It was
about.
nice.
Yeah, because we've got a packed schedule. We've been running around every single weekend and during the week. We've had so much going on. We're getting ready to go on vacation this weekend coming up. So the rest of this week is packed with things getting ready to go on
Jeez, don't
vacation.
even remind me about that.
And so it's going to be really, really hectic, like it always is. But we didn't do hardly anything this weekend. Friday, we had a fundraising event that we were supposed to go to, but because we had to deal with some bad weather because of the hurricane coming through, that got canceled, and I was very happy because we sat at home and did absolutely nothing Friday night.
Yeah, that was nice.
Phenomenal.
It was nice. Yeah, and by the
Loved
way,
it.
for everybody who isn't in North Carolina and all that, Ian, the hurricane really didn't do much. We got some rain
It did rain a
and
lot.
a little wind.
There's a little storm surge like down by the beaches and stuff, but it wasn't anything major.
Right.
No big damage here. Definitely lucked out. And then it seemed like the worst was on the west side of the storm.
Yeah.
So the storm hit by like Myrtle Beach. So west of that and north of that really had to deal with a lot of it. We're on the east side, so we got like a band from the hurricane, and that was it. It was over. Just some wind.
Yeah,
basically.
really, it was thankfully not a ton to deal with for us personally in our neighborhood, especially. Not no real damage either. It pruned
No.
all the trees up real good for us.
That
though, I
is
think.
that is true. Yes.
A lot of pine cones.
Pine cones everywhere. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was the worst of it. So no worries if you were not in North Carolina and concerned at all about our safety during the hurricane.
Yeah, we were fine.
All right. So and then we had an event Saturday for my work. We gave away a big old prize, a
Yeah.
flight and package to Las Vegas, and
It was
big old
actually
concert.
really, really exciting.
No, I really only bring it up because I want to talk about what I did to the runners up. Is it runners up or runner ups? It's got to be runners up, right? That just sounds something because it doesn't
they
necessarily
both sound
right.
wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so we had a whole bunch of people qualify and narrowed it down towards the end to 5.
Yeah.
And then from those 5, we gave out envelopes that were sealed, and one of them had the winner in it, and the other 4 didn't.
Yeah.
But I got to make what was in those envelopes. And I really, had a lot of fun with this. And it was very simple. On the envelopes that didn't win, inside had a sheet of paper with an arrow. And it said, turn over to see if you're a winner. And on the other side was the same thing.
Turn over to see if you're a winner.
So I just wanted to brag about that a little bit. And
Feeling pretty proud of that, aren't you?
I really, really wish I had done that to the Pascos back in New Mexico.
Oh, man.
They like to win a lot, so it would have been nice to see them not at one point and get one of those. Because the
Keep
guys on
flipping
stage,
it back over. Yeah.
the poor people on stage. There's video, thanks to Naomi who took the video. There's video
Right.
of the people flipping the things over and being like, "Oh, what the hell?"
That's right. This is cruel.
So
this
that-
is mean.
That was definitely a lot of fun. And we had a lot of fun there. Local brewery here. This is where we had the event, and so that was
Yeah.
cool. We found a new space downtown as well, and
Yeah, pretty cool brewery. I enjoyed being there. Got to talk to the owner, Brian, a little bit.
Yeah.
Found out he was from Michigan, of
she
course.
Michiganed out with Brian.
That's right. And well, there was one thing that drew me towards this person because I thought he was the owner. There was just something about him, the way he kind of commanded everything. But then he's, pouring drinks. He had the broom out at one point. So I'm like, is he the owner? Because he's doing a lot of the cleaning and doing a lot of the grunt work that if you're an owner, you're not usually going to do.
You don't always see that.
So he's around, I'm sitting at the bar and he came around and he was picking up glasses that were on the table, and I kind of like motioned for him to come over, and I said, "Hey, are you the owner?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, no way." Okay. So I got talking with him, but I was just really impressed. You go into this brewery, you go into a restaurant or any place like that, and you see the owner actually doing some of the work behind the scenes. Like, it was pretty cool. And he's a really cool guy, and, born and raised in Michigan, and his father was actually from the Port Huron area, which was
that
really
was super cool to find, one of those little small world things and all of that. And they had a beer that was named after Michigan, right?
They had Michigan Home. They had that on their draft, a beer that they made that had hops from Michigan and everything. So, of course, I had to ask them, the story behind that.
The hops from Michigan.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, which I didn't know was a thing. Like, apparently there's hops just everywhere. Every state got their hops.
Right.
Yeah. So, it was really cool. And a nice place, definitely want to go back to.
Yeah, Ironclad Brewery. I don't know if we mentioned it or not.
I don't know.
It was definitely awesome, and I'm hoping we'll do more events with them too, because it's just a really cool space.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So other than that, really not much from the weekend for us, but a lot of just hanging out on the couch.
And a bunch of stupid football.
A lot of a bunch of hanging out on the couch for Naomi, surrounded by blankets and pillows and all of that. And
that's right. I gotta stay cozy.
At one point, she reaches over and she was like, "I don't know if I like this or not," and shows me a picture of this ridiculous thing.
Oh my gosh, this was so great. The more I looked at this, the more I was like, "This is so stupid," but I want it. And I feel guilty for wanting this. So there's a video going around about this. And it is called the human dog bed. Because it is a legit, like a giant dog bed.
Think about it.
It's got the foam, pad around the top. So you're just basically built into a nest.
Yeah.
And it's human size.
I don't know why they wouldn't just call it that, like a human nesting nest.
It should be some kind of nest. I don't know. But I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's so stupid. And I'm watching as people jump into the bed and get all cozy. And I'm like, oh, that looks so comfy.
It's totally, got the thick foam on the bottom, and then it has this circle around it, like the dog beds do that you see.
Yeah, and it just looks big and cozy, and it's just so comfortable.
So I was looking at it too, and kept doing the same thing. I kept waffling back and forth on whether I really like this thing. Is it kind of neat? It does kind of look, comfortable and cozy and all that stuff.
It is pointless, because where are you going to put that?
That was where I was going.
When you're not laying in it. Are you going to leave it in the corner of a room? Hey, what's that? Oh, that's my human dog bed.
Yeah.
Now you look like a psychopath.
Yeah, don't go in. That's Leroy's. Don't go in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, for real, does it go on the bed? Are you supposed to use this on the floor? Because it sure as hell won't fit on a couch.
You use it on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, you use it on the floor. It is a human dog bed.
I guess
That's
we could have used one of those while we were waiting for our couch to be delivered for 4 months or 3 months or whatever it was.
Honestly, it probably costs the same amount that our couch did, so no way.
Really wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So human dog beds are a thing now. If you come across these online and
just look at it.
Yeah, Google it. Go ahead and Google human dog bed and see what I'm going to Google it now and make sure something weird doesn't come up. We're not steering
think
people
about it
to the depths of the internet.
Because you're going to see this and you're going to go, "This is the stupidest thing ever."
Okay.
But the more you look at it, the more it's going to be more intriguing and more like, maybe.
So it's called the Pluvel or Pluffle?
I don't know. The one I saw was from My Lounge had it.
Okay. So this is...
That looks like a different brand.
Pluffl.
Pluff?
Pluffle.
Pluffle?
Let's see here. What was yours called? My Lounge, something like that. And they're
Lounge.
all over the place.
Yeah.
If you just Google human dog bed, and then eventually you get to dog beds.
Yeah.
But
so you can get one for you and one that matches for your dog.
Yes, that's right.
It's a whole dog bed city. You've got yours,
being
you've got
on the floor.
3 other ones for the dogs, and you got a really small one because you got a hamster or something.
Not gonna let you. I'm on the floor too. I'm not letting you in this. It's a dominance thing. Not doing it. Human dog beds.
That's right.
That's what we've come to. And $500 for the one looked real comfy.
$500?
You don't think you want to just pay a couple more and then get an actual couch?
Foam.
You can make one.
$500? I'm building a nest out of blankets and pillows. That's it.
Buy 11 dog beds and sew them together.
I don't think that's going to work out the same.
We'll figure it out. That is, it's just real interesting because your mind goes to like, man, maybe that is a good idea because, well, it looks so comfy. And then it's like, you think it through. What the hell am I about to buy?
Yeah.
Not doing it.
Not for $500. And honestly, the more that we're talking about it now, like, I don't even think I'd spend $50 on that. Like,
yeah,
someone just has to give me it. If you give it to me, then I'll take it.
Yes,
otherwise, again, I'll build my own nest. It's fine.
For real.
Yeah. They
For
do
real.
look comfortable. Don't get me wrong. They do.
They roll you in with that.
Yeah.
And then it's all of a sudden,
Here's the
laughing
price
at you.
tag. Yeah. Yeah, no thanks.
That's fantastic. All right. Human dog
Maybe
bed.
we should not have taken that shot to start this show,
I don't know. Back thinking about the human dog bed, maybe we'll get one, depending on which way the shot goes. All right.
So if I pour another shot, that might entice you to buy something?
Well, it works on you sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely.
It does.
I got a closet full of shoes. I do. All right. The next thing is just as ridiculous. You know what this dall-e thing is, the AI generator?
Dall-e thing? No.
It's called Dall, like DALL-E.
Okay.
And people are like feeding it.
Oh, like two things, like Betty White rapping.
Yeah.
And then it comes up with images for you.
And then somebody was just getting yelled at because they used an AI generated painting and won a contest and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so all of that's happening like this. And so this dall-e thing, they announced it at the beginning of 2021, and it was real rudimentary. And of course, because technology moves so fast, they've updated it to, now it's dall-e 2. And they have made it open source, so like pretty much anybody can use it.
Okay.
Now there's some rules and stuff like that because it can be creepy if, used incorrectly. So the second version that's open to everybody, I was actually just looking this up. You can't do anything, negative or involve historical or famous people.
Okay.
Yeah. Shouldn't have done the shot.
Feeling it now.
And then, just basically no violence, no nudity, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And so, but you can now sign up to do it and put in a whole bunch of, prompts and have it create things for you.
Which sounds really interesting, but again, no thank you.
And it says like you can use, so, well, I know it is a little freaky to think about, but I was flipping through and was like, okay, because of all the restrictions, I mean, it's mostly just normal pictures, but sort of assembled by artificial intelligence.
Yes.
So I wanted to do you
Still
think
not comfortable with it.
You didn't want to sign up for it and like type in, Luke and Naomi on air or put in any of our goofy words that we use all the time, or you just try to paint a picture, or maybe have everybody who listens give us a couple of phrases that maybe we could feed into it.
That sounds awesome. It really does. But there's a phrase
I knew there was a butt coming.
There's a phrase in the back of my head that just keeps coming back and back. And curiosity killed the cat.
Okay.
Like, I feel like that this is...
Well, we wouldn't be allowed to use the word killed.
Great. Great. I'm curious because this sounds like it could be fun, but it's AI stuff, so I'm scared to death about any of it.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Of course you are. So
it will know that we put in those requests,
Well, think of, well, I guess it does, doesn't it? But
yeah.
Think of, something nice that you like, family and flowers and the park.
Okay.
And, it doesn't go dark unless you make it go dark.
Which is fine. But I just, again, I feel like AI has already gotten too far away from us.
What if it plugs into the internet and just decides to be a jerk?
Right? It's possible.
That's it? It's just possible?
It's
I really thought
possible.
you were going to say something else there. Okay.
Just turns around like nothing, okay?
She just shuts down when we get talking about all this AI stuff. And I got this. This has been in the news. I don't know. I think I mentioned it last episode. But Tesla is making the real, actual iRobot robots.
Nope. Not here for this.
For real.
Don't do that.
Real.
Don't do that.
I'm so bummed that we just had to buy a new car because for just the low price of $20,000,
No.
you could soon have your own humanoid robot.
No, I am not here for this, and I'm not here for my neighbors having it or anybody close to me. No way. That thing is gonna go psycho.
Courtesy of everybody's favorite supervillain, Elon Musk. He just is. He's becoming like that, crazy. He's like a Bond villain.
Yeah, because that's how that starts too. The eccentric guy and
yeah. So within the last week or so,
nobody gets my ideas. I'll show them.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's gonna set these robots off on everybody.
I really judge him by the whole Simpsons episode that he was in. That is basically, I think, where you're pulling what you know about his personality from. That's how I look at him.
That's possible.
I'm pretty sure that's how he is too,
Yeah.
as far as that goes. So
his computers are probably listening to us right now. Now we're dead. Thanks a lot.
The Tesla the Tesla company just had the 2022 AI Day event. You can look forward to that every year.
Oh, no, thank you.
That's where Elon Musk, man, he revealed Optimus, like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, because that's smart.
Yeah.
Let's keep going down that road, too.
At least Optimus Prime is a good guy. So Optimus, a robot equipped with some of the same sensors and AI software as Tesla's cars. Now, the plan is for Tesla to start using Optimus in its own factories, then roll it out to consumers for household applications.
No. Just no.
You're not going to start screaming iRobot?
No, I'm not going to start screaming iRobot, but everybody knows that's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't. And I'm not trying to be like stubborn in my ways and thinking, technology is bad. No, technology is great and it's done some great things for us and it's still doing some great things for us. But having these robots that are smarter than we are in your home, living with you, like, you can't tell me that doesn't freak you out a little bit. It knows more than you. It's going to do stuff that it thinks is better for you, whether you like it or not.
That is legitimately a fear. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It is.
iRobot. I am going to start screaming it.
I was just trying to push her to the edge.
Stay inside. This is for your own protection.
So,
yeah, okay.
I have a feeling like at least the first iterations are going to be more like, forklifts and smart wagons, basically, grocery carts.
I'm going back to iRobot. The first generation is going to be the really nice ones that are there to help you and all that kind of stuff, but they will evolve.
That's right.
That's what happens in the movie.
Just don't trade yours in.
That's right. I'm going to stick with the old version the entire time.
We just tried to do that with our cell phones, and they just stopped working.
Yeah.
So anyway, not exactly the new idea. Of course, there's the Roomba by iRobot, and Amazon unveiled Astro in 2021. It's a household robot designed for home monitoring, but they have yet to release it for full-on consumer products. And basically, that's like this little tank thing that roams around your house with a camera.
That's so weird.
Isn't it?
And can't people hack those things?
Oh, most likely.
You really want that running around your house and someone hacked it so they're watching everything in your house now? No, that's weird. Yeah. That's creepy. And I can't put that much of my life into technology. I can't. We know how much I don't like and trust technology as it is, and I will bend on a few things, but having a robot in the home is not one that I'm going to bend on. It's just not going to happen.
What if it lives in the closet and just comes popping out when you need it, like the little Roomba?
No.
That's even worse, I think, at some levels.
I'm not
sure
for it.
Musk says it is the most important product in development they're doing this year, claiming future applications could include cooking and gardening. Yep.
Nope. I can't.
Yep.
I can't. I don't want that thing to have knives, okay? No. Just Just no.
I know. Coming at you with a trowel.
Yeah.
His team brought multiple prototypes on stage. One danced and another waved. Okay, those are impressive feats of engineering, but definitely not emptying the dishwasher or anything like that. Critics argue that Boston Dynamics robots are much further along. I really was hoping this was going towards the side of this isn't happening anytime soon, but...
no, it is. We've gotten there.
The Boston Dynamics robot, the humanoid robot called Atlas, can do backflips, of course, so can kick you in the face while running away from you.
That's right.
But Elon, of course, claims Tesla's advantage is that its robots are made for mass production, meaning if successful, we could soon have a robot army to worry about.
That's right.
Or for Naomi to worry about, at the very least.
Yeah, which I will be worried about. Everyone's going to be like, that's where that crazy lady lives that doesn't trust the robots. Everyone else is enjoying their robots and their, little butlers, mechanical butlers and all that stuff.
Speaking of
that. And I'm
over
here going, no, those things are going to come after you one day.
Hiding behind the curtains, staring at everybody, using their robots.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the butler application, one time you were like, I wish I had a butler to carry me to the bathroom.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Well,
yes.
now, $20,000, pony up.
No. Nope, I will use my 2 feet. No way.
It'll carry you and the groceries from the car.
I just don't... What if it gets mad at me and just crunches me up? I'm done for. You can't fight off a robot. Why do you laugh at this? This is a serious fear.
When you're like, what if it crunches me up? Because it's like, nope, not using an escalator. What if my foot might get caught in there on the random? Or not using an elevator because if I step out at the wrong time.
This is how I base a lot of things in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use this or do this
in the
rare case that I might die.
Oh, man.
Nope, not having it.
Welcome to adulthood, being afraid of robots.
Yep. And everything else, but robots mainly.
Oh, man. So Brando wrote me this afternoon and said, we got to talk about the adult Happy Meals.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw that.
So I don't know. It'll at least get your mind off of humanoid robot. Unless you get your robot to run to McDonald's for you. That'd be a hell of a lot cheaper than DoorDash. $20,000. Much cheaper than DoorDash.
That's right.
Oh, man.
And you don't have to tip the robot, so There you go.
I don't know what the math is on this, but I think McDonald's started this today.
I believe it was today, yes.
So adult Happy Meals at McDonald's.
Yep, I saw them. Yep.
And you get a toy.
I did not see the toy that you get. I just saw the bigger box for the Happy Meal. Instead of it being the small square, it was more of a rectangle. Actually reminded me of a Taco Bell party pack when I saw it. I was like,
that's what it looks
if that
like.
was filled with tacos, I'd be on board.
We got tacos and a toy.
That's right.
Then we got a deal. I was going to ask, but we'll get to that at the end. So 2 types of adult Happy Meals. One with a Big Mac, fries, and a drink.
Yep.
So a number 2. And one with a 10-piece McNugget. So a number 8, basically. But throw a toy in a box around it, and you got a whole new product.
That's right.
The toys are apparently weird and maybe not something you actually want. Okay.
So why the toy that you don't want?
They partnered with a fashion brand called Cactus Plant Flea Market. And you get one of 4 figurines, the Hamburglar, Grimace, Birdie, and a weird new one called Cactus Buddy. They're like old school McDonald's toys, but with 4 eyes.
Why?
That's weird. All right, I'm pulling up a picture. I know it's fantastic audio, but we're looking at these. Yeah, the eyes are stacked, like they just extended the head.
Why wouldn't you get a toy that people actually want?
Yeah, give me a Transformer or a G.I. Joe or something like that. But they used to have a little, all kinds of little things that flipped around, turned into different stuff. The Fry Guy cars and all that stuff. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Because
I don't.
But they had actually. I thought they were going to be like something cool that did something. Slingshots, desk fidget toys or something.
Something.
Make it an actual toy that an adult could use.
Instead of some stupid piece of plastic.
Yeah.
That you're just going to throw away anyway.
Yeah, I know it. And then, what you get a box? You get the Happy Meal box. It better have stupid jokes on it, too.
I haven't looked that closely at the box. I don't know.
Do you remember it used to have, like, jokes and games on it and stuff like that? The McDonald's Happy Meal box definitely did. So they're marketing them as Happy Meals for adults, but they're technically called Cactus Plant Flea Market Meal Boxes.
Oh, okay.
And if you can go in there and actually order one of those with a straight face, you get $5 off. So
no, because if you try to order one of those, the kid behind the counter is going to be like, what the hell are you talking about?
For sure.
And then they're going to spit in your food.
They are only doing this in participating locations. Well, either way, they'll screw up your order, that's for sure. They're only doing this through October and at participating locations. Might not be the only nostalgic trick up their sleeve coming up. They're also a rumor they're bringing back the old school Happy Meal jack-o'-lantern pails.
I did hear that they were doing that too. That I would be here for.
I didn't realize that's where those damn things came from originally.
Yeah.
Okay, so I definitely had a couple of those back in the day. But yeah, so I was going to ask you, is the Cactus Plant Flea Market adult meal enough for you to go back to McDonald's?
No, it's not. I'm sorry, McDonald's. You got to win me over with something better than that.
She'd get the 10-piece McNugget meal, and they would give her like a breakfast sandwich or something like that. Just knowing how they always have done you dirty. Like, it's been terrible.
Or they forget the toy, you know?
Or they would forget, yes, I don't want your crappy toy, but you better keep one in the damn box.
That's right.
Oh, man. All right, adult Happy Meals. Thankfully, they'll be gone as about the same time as pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
So we were talking about judging people in public recently.
Yes.
Secretly judging people in public.
Yeah.
And how about the flip side of that and things you wish you could do freely in public?
Okay.
You know, I love the polls and surveys and lists and stuff like that. So a new poll asks people what things they wish they could freely do in public. So let's see how stupid this list is.
I'm here for this, though, because the more I think about it, like I wish I could just sing openly, randomly in public.
Okay.
But I can't because I look like a crazy person, especially because I can't sing. If you can sing well, you can randomly sing in public. If you can't sing well, you cannot randomly sing in public.
You shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
That's you crazy for that. So I wish I could do that randomly in public. That'd be nice.
All right.
Yeah.
I do believe that's on the list. But number 10 on the list starts with similar dancing in the street.
Yep.
And you cannot do that in public because just the other day I was at work looking out the windows and some dude who was on something was done dancing by and not on the street either. He was in our lawn.
Oh, okay.
And started running around the work property a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then the popo came out and grabbed him.
Yeah, that's what will happen to you if you're dancing.
Yeah, if you're dancing in the street, somebody's going to think you're on something. Adjusting your underwear. Things people wish they could do freely in public.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Adjusting, maybe scratching a little itch here and there. You know, all of that.
Fixing yourself one way or another.
Doing yoga stretches in the park made this list.
Okay, I can see that. I've always wanted to do, and I know this is going to sound real bad and everything, but I've always wanted to do the yoga on the beach when they do like the classes and all that stuff. But even if I found a class, I wouldn't do it. First of all, I don't know how to do yoga, so I'm going to be a little out of place there. But second of all, the idea of, like, you just look weird doing it. You look weird doing yoga in places like parks and on the beach and just anywhere outside your home. Like, you look weird doing yoga.
A little bit. I mean, you know, yoga's okay and all that stuff, but yeah. So yoga stretches in the park.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Especially if you're by yourself. If you're in a class, that's one thing.
Right, you get the protection of a group.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're by yourself, you look like... I'm not going to say
it. Walking barefoot is next on the list. I mean, because you really, really shouldn't be doing that out in the world. You know, and if you're on the beach and you're still taking a risk on the beach of all kinds of anything and whatever, and your own yard, of course, but there's still, you know, hell, we lived in New Mexico. If you're barefoot out in New Mexico, you're just insane.
Yeah.
Or, you know, balls of steel, something like that, because there's
a little from column A, a little from column B.
Yeah, the amount of people are like, yeah, I live out in the middle of nowhere and run around barefoot or in sandals or something like that. It's like, man, good on you, but
yeah,
crazy. So yeah, walking barefoot, people wish they could just do that all the time.
I can agree with that too. Like, if you want to, then fine. You know, like, you know, your feet are going to get dirty where you're walking and you put the risk of stepping on something you don't want to step on, but if you want to be barefoot, then Go ahead.
I guess so.
Eh.
How about passing gas or burping openly and loudly?
No.
Yeah, moving right off of that before I get yelled at for anything.
That's right.
Listening to something without headphones.
No.
One of the things that came up that people were judged for
Yeah.
is listening to their phones or, FaceTiming without headphones.
This goes hand in hand with the one you just mentioned. Now you're starting to affect other people around you.
Yeah, well, for sure.
So, no.
Telling someone you love them. That has never stopped me. That's surprising. I did not proofread this list. I don't know why the hell that's on there.
Is that the last one?
No, we still got
Okay.
two. Yours, number 3. We got 3. Walking down the street singing loudly.
Yeah.
Going to the movies alone. Is that unacceptable or not?
No, you can still do that.
I
No,
know
you can do that.
a couple of people who will do that.
Yeah.
That's a weird list. Good News Network came up with this list, so you can holler at them.
No, they got a few of them wrong.
And the number 1 thing on the list, complimenting a stranger.
You
No.
can do that.
Obviously you can, but sometimes it might get a little weird if you're running up to somebody and pulling the headphones off of their head to compliment them. Of course, that's wrong.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't do that in that situation. But you can always say, "Excuse me, I really like your dress. Where'd you get that?" Or, "Oh, your hair looks really pretty." And if they don't hear you or don't react, then whatever. You just go on with your day.
Yeah.
That's it. And if they have headphones in, then I guess you can't tell them, Move that compliment to the next person.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a good list. It's a cool list, and it came out. It rounded off very nicely and very positively.
It did.
It could have been like gross stuff, like picking your nose or things like that.
I honestly expected more of that on this list.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't go that way.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of gross stuff,
Oh, come on.
I don't know how gross, but I found this one, and I don't know what to do with it, but we got to do it. Can you read that from here?
I can't. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see anything.
All right, so I wanted to see if she could. Sometimes, she can read it, maybe give herself a little brace yourself for what's coming. But
Nope. Going into this blindly.
so I'm just going to take it right from the top on this. I didn't
Okay.
write this. I didn't come up with it. I saw it and said, well, let's see what kind of trouble we can get in. Maybe 21 and done.
Okay.
5 reasons guys should pee sitting down.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So, a writer for lifehacker.com thinks guys should pee sitting down and came up with 5 main arguments for it. We're going to go over those in detail,
All right.
as much detail as we can. I know it's a podcast, but we still try to lean towards broadcast rules just for decency.
For the most part,
So
yeah.
we'll see how close to that decency line we get here for fun.
All right, let me get comfortable.
So again, a writer for lifehacker.com thinks all guys should pee sitting down at least most of the time, and makes whoever put this together says a fairly good argument for it.
We'll see.
The 5 main arguments. Well, it's not really that much slower. How much time are you really saving? And unless there's a big line in a public bathroom, what's the rush? Well, if you've ever had to pee really bad, turning around could become a disaster.
That is your argument against it.
Out the window.
That's terrible.
I don't know.
That's terrible. I would go, look, I can even make a better argument for you. You don't want to sit on the toilet seat. Listen, those things are gross.
Yeah.
A lot of butts sit on that toilet seat. You really want to sit on that toilet seat?
That's one of my favorite things about being a guy is I don't have to sit on these toilet seats in public.
And you don't have to hover and work your freaking thighs for, 30 seconds or more if you really got to go.
My quads are killing me.
Oh, man. How many porta potty...
Do squats just to practice, just for
Dude,
for
I'm
peeing in
telling you,
public.
my legs can handle anything just because of... I had to pee a lot,
All right, we got to blow right past number 4. It's not that bad. It just says it leaves your options open. Like if, number 1 turns into number 2. So, which is like, have a plan, man. I don't know. Okay.
You won't feel that that's going to happen. No. We aren't going to blow
Know
past
yourself.
this. You wouldn't notice that, hey, you know what? I better go number 2 as well. Like, I don't understand.
What would you do if you were standing up then? Well, I guess I'm screwed.
Like, what kind of situation are you getting into where that happens?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Where
That's a goofy
This
ass
is a
argument. I don't
terrible
know.
list.
It
This is awful.
Two real bad lists right in a row. Number 3, less noise. He's not winning me over with this less noise. Some people get self-conscious about being heard, and it's also impossible to hear someone talking outside the door when you pee standing up. So I don't know.
Oh man. So
less noise.
which yes, I believe that's
so if
correct.
you're trying to eavesdrop on people in the bathroom around you,
I
sit down
believe
to pee, I guess is the argument.
it would be less noise. So that is technically true, but it's still not a good argument.
I like when it makes all kinds of noise. Listen to my strong, proud pee stream.
Oh my gosh.
I am all that is man. Number 2, thank God, it solves the left the seat up argument. Yeah, I know. Because I'm pretty sure Naomi and I agree on this. So the rest of the argument goes, you'd never have to worry about putting the seat back down, and women wouldn't have to worry about falling in. But if you're not looking where you're sitting in the first place, we
That's
have a
on
problem
you.
as
That
a
is
society.
on you.
I mean, even if you're sitting on the damn couch and you're not looking first, just what if the dog's there? You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, for real. So just look before you leap anyway. And the number 1 argument, which probably makes a good argument, I guess, is it's cleaner. Even if you're accurate, a 2013 study on the fluid dynamics of peeing found there's a lot more splashback when you're standing.
Well, yeah, that obviously makes sense.
That is true. I
That
was
is
barefoot the other day and got splashed on my foot, and I'm like, what the hell?
That's disgusting.
Now I gotta get in the shower.
Oh my gosh. No.
And I got one more argument to throw in there. You know that whole, I don't know if you know that whole thing, but there's something that they tell guys from whenever you're old enough to know. If you stand and are peeing with your legs locked and your knees locked, apparently, you can pass out.
Okay, I can see that. Only because, that's something they told us in choir when we were singing, is don't
Okay.
lock your knees.
So it's not just a peeing thing.
No, it's just standing in general. Don't lock your knees.
But I've been warned not to do it when you're peeing, because who wants to pass out with their pants down? You're just done, huh?
I am so done.
So, I mean, I would throw that argument in there. And, that's a better.
How am I
There you go.
married to you? Oh my god.
And then if you use my mom's bathroom, especially in her camper, she'll holler at you that you have to pee sitting down. But I don't.
And now she knows because she listens.
Yeah, well, she said they're selling the camper, and that's probably why. So there you go. Anybody want to buy a camper? I swear she cleans it really, really well.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, it's time for entertainment news. Better?
No! I can't even look at you right now.
Lifehacker.com if you want to read more on the terrible arguments of why everyone should pee sitting down.
Oh my gosh.
Lifehacker.com. Don't at me.
I don't get why it's a big deal anyways.
What?
Whether you pee sitting down or standing up when you're a guy,
Because, and then it means you're not a guy if you sit down, apparently. Some people are really insecure.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
Here's your entertainment news.
More entertaining than that?
Bruce Willis says he can't remember if he pees sitting down or standing up. Oh, I'm sorry. That's terrible. That's a horrible, horrible joke. That's a terrible, terrible joke. Of course, Bruce Willis is having issues with his memory. That's why it's a terrible joke. So that's why he retired from acting. So there was, I know. There's a story.
You should be so ashamed of yourself right now.
I am. I'm sorry, Paul.
Oh my gosh.
I was just trying to get away from talking about piss, okay? So, Bruce Willis, a story broke over the weekend that he has sold his image and likeness to a deepfake company.
Are you serious?
So that he can be in films and movies and stuff like that. No, that's not a thing. So this just broke recently. It turns out he did not sign over the rights to his likeness. So if you heard this, it is not true. It doesn't mean that deepfake Bruce won't show up in future projects, though.
Right.
Bruce's people issued a statement saying he has no partnership agreement with Deepcake, apparently the company that does this, the company that he supposedly sold his rights to. And they said Bruce's digital likeness rights are his by default and can't be sold. But they did create Bruce's digital twin for an ad campaign in Russia last year. and any future use of his likeness would still be up to him. So that wasn't a thing. It really kind of freaked a lot of people out because it's like, I really would like to see Bruce do some other things, but like that's not actually him. How the hell do we?
It's not him. Yeah.
And that's of course a lot different than like James Earl Jones's voice for Darth Vader.
I'm still mad about that though.
Well, why? It's just like having Homer Simpson's voice on Garmin.
No, it's not the same. It's just
Siri.
not the same.
I'm
No.
your digital parent. So anyway, the Bruce Willis story. Not true. He's not. He has not sold his digital likeness.
Well, good.
Jason Bateman says he almost ran over Michael Jackson with his bike once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been in showbiz a long time. Of course, he's met a lot of people. So he's on Jimmy Kimmel Live the other night. Jimmy was quizzing him on famous people he's met, and Michael Jackson came up. Jason revealed that he and Ricky Schroeder met Michael when they were doing Silver Spoons in the early 80s. He said, we'd need to have our bikes because, kids got to play. He says Michael was there to visit with Ricky because they were friends. He was coming onto the stage while they were zooming off. He says, and I almost took him down.
Wow.
Yeah. Best part of the story is the way he tells it because, of course, Jason Bateman is super funny and he can be like sort of that dry, but also hilarious. So you got to see it for yourself. Really funny. Check out the clip. It's all over the internet. All right. And wrapping up entertainment news.
Short one today.
And the last episode ever of our show.
Yeah. Why? Because you got something else here?
No.
Okay.
eHarmony did a survey to find the most popular breakup songs.
Okay.
Have we done these before?
It sounds familiar.
So I think we've done parody
Okay.
of this list. This is more of a like true to form list of songs you would listen to or hear or play during a breakup. So if you're going through,
okay.
if anybody's going through a breakup, maybe you want to add these songs, maybe you want to avoid these songs. So we've got, of course, like Torn and Single Ladies and Sam Smith's Stay With Me and all of that stuff. Since You've Been Gone, Al Green's on there, more Destiny's Child, Survivor, of course, Beyonce again. And then the top 10 starts with No Doubt, Don't Speak.
Okay.
That was always a good one way back in the day. I didn't realize that was a breakup song, honestly.
Yeah.
I've never...
But I mean, like, it's a good song no matter what.
Okay. Agree to agree. Right on. Dionne Warwick's Walk On By. I don't know what that is. Do I know that? Maybe? I don't know.
I feel like that's one you'll know when you hear it.
ABBA's Knowing Me, Knowing You. Probably the same thing. One you would know if you heard it.
Yeah.
Do I know that song? ABBA?
Yeah, I believe you do. But I feel like that...
Is that not a break? Do you know the song we're talking about right now? Because I don't.
I think you do. I feel like we've heard it in things.
Okay. That helps a lot. No, it really does. It really does. Because that makes sense to me in my weird TV
Well, like
mind.
when you hear things on The Simpsons and
Yes,
stuff like
exactly.
that. Like, I feel like this is one that we've heard there where just... I guess
ABBA.
it fits.
ABBA. I can't believe that's on there. All right, then Taylor Swift, Never Getting Back Together song. Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares. That's got to be, an all-time breakup banger. Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive. What? You got to explain that.
No, whatever. Just leave it on the list.
The sigh and drop your head into your hand and you're not going to explain?
No, I got nothing.
What? Why the exasperation?
Because
What?
this list is not going the way that I thought it would go.
Oh, did you think it would go more emo?
Yeah, I thought it was more like, breakup songs that you're going to cry to, basically.
Okay.
Not like empowering, like, you mentioned Beyonce's Single Ladies on there, No, I thought this was going to be like, oh, my heart has been shattered. Like Sam Smith's Stay With Me. Like, yes, that one definitely belongs on the list. It's so sad. It's heartbreaking. Breakup song, you're supposed to cry. You're supposed to be heartbroken.
So you wanted more songs that would make you cry or are more, on the emotional
I think that.
edge of the spectrum. You looked really exasperated. I had to know.
But it seemed more too much of the empowering kind of feeling after a breakup, and it's just like, no, usually you're sad for a little while
Everybody needs
first.
a few minutes alone in the dark. Yeah. crying, listening to Nothing Compares.
That's right.
You know.
And feeling sorry for yourself and what you lost and all that kind of stuff. You get to the empowering songs afterwards.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how about Adele's "Someone Like You"? Where is that?
Yeah. That'll make you cry.
That's okay. All right. So that one passes your test.
I guess.
Fleetwood Mac's "Go Your Own Way."
Yeah.
I feel like that's too
But
upbeat.
it's exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
You're not going to listen to that one while you're crying alone in the dark.
You
you're
could,
skipping
but
over
it's
that
just
one
kind of weird.
until the daytime.
Yeah.
Oh, Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You."
Yeah, I guess. But that one too, I feel is more of like a love song that I will always love you.
Yeah.
Not my heart's been shattered.
That's
And
a fl-
I will always love you.
I feel like that's if, like, somebody dies or something like that, I never saw The Bodyguard, so I don't know how the hell that's supposed to work. But then the number one song on this list, this is terrible. I don't know this song at all. It's Amy Winehouse, "Back to Black."
I don't know it either.
Okay, well, great.
I
That worked out
don't
just
know
peachy.
Amy Winehouse as much as I probably should.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. That's
Terrible
your,
list.
That's your short and horrible entertainment news for for the 21st episode. How about that?
I think you were right. 21 and done. Like, we are just falling apart over here. We shouldn't have taken that shot. Oh, what were we thinking?
That's right.
Yeah.
2 ounces of alcohol and we're all but ruined.
Yeah.
All right. So for the homework this week, we wanted to know what's something you keep in your living room some other people might find strange. Did you come up with anything for us?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it last time, and I said you had to wait until this time to find out about it. I was talking about the empty flower pot that's on the bookshelf.
The empty flower pot.
Well, it's not even a bookshelf. It's a lamp shelf. What do you call that lamp shelf that we have? It's a lamp with 3 shelves under it.
Lamp shelf.
Okay. All right, so
I guess.
on that, there's an empty flower pot.
Yes. It is a combination lamp shelves
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And it has a charger on it.
Has a charger.
Yes.
It has a little like stand thing that I put the picture frame in.
Yep.
No.
Lamp shelf. Anyway, on
There's
that,
an empty flower pot on there.
that you think people might find that weird.
Yeah.
For real?
Because it doesn't fit. It made sense when there was actually a plant in there.
Another one of Naomi's successful gardening endeavors.
I don't want to talk
And the
about
person who gave Naomi this too, and this really, she was like, "You can't kill these. You can't kill these." Like, she just kept repeating over and over. And I wish I knew what they were. It was, something like a fern weed thing.
I don't know. It was something that was supposed to like vine out a little bit.
It was literally in a doctor's office, and nobody looked at it but once a week.
Yeah.
And the thing was growing like wildfire. Naomi brought it home, and it never grew.
No, it did too.
No, it
because
didn't.
when I got it, it had 3 leaves. I got it to have 4 leaves, and then I killed it.
I don't
So
think that
it grew.
happened.
It did too. It grew a little bit, and then died. So, anyways, I had to empty out the flower pot, and I didn't know what else to do. And I was like, I liked this on the shelf here. I thought it looked nice, so I just put the empty flower pot back. But when I walk by it, I can tell it's empty, and it just seems weird. It looks like we just randomly put a pot there. Like, I cannot stand it.
You don't even like it for decoration.
No,
Just tell
it
people you
doesn't make...
made it. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I painted that.
I killed what was in there. I did it.
All proud too,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
right. Yes.
That's
yes.
right. I killed it.
I
Yep.
won't let anything survive in that pot. That's
That's
my
right.
death pot. All right.
You know what? That is what it is. We have the weirdest item in our living room. The death pot.
The death pot. Anything
Yeah.
Naomi tries to grow and it dies.
Yep.
So, well, apparently as a society, not too many people think that having ashes in your living room is weird, because we got that answer like a few times.
Yeah.
So Dylan says ashes in an urn.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently people do that and then put them on the mantelpiece or something like that.
We had that at my old house.
And okay.
Yeah.
And then Wesley says pet ashes,
Okay.
which I, don't want to make fun of at all.
No.
So I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Yes. So pet ashes. I was just gonna say, which might be a little bit more strange than people ashes, but probably.
It.
Sorry, Wesley. I'm just moving right along. Just keep running ourselves right in the walls
I
in this
know.
episode. Just
Yeah,
nowhere to
we
go.
are,
Nowhere to go.
I apologize.
We got the Weevos going at it again on the Facebook page, just
Oh,
like
I
old
missed
times.
that.
If you're new to Luke and Naomi, if you're a North Carolina resident or something like that, a listener from the East Coast, and you don't know about the Weevos, we've got Amber and El Weevo,
Yeah.
who just have these epic back and forths on our Facebook topics all the time.
So if you want some better entertainment,
Yes,
check out
better
our
than us.
Facebook page
Go read this.
and read what they say to each other back and forth, because it's always great. I remember when El Weevo was calling his mother-in-law the sea hag, and I'm like, is he really saying that? Like, straight up to his wife.
And I'm pretty sure that mother-in-law commented back, too.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Pretty sure, yeah.
After being called a sea hag. Like, their battles are epic.
Oh, Lord.
So
Hell
check
yes.
it out
You
on our
gotta see
Facebook
this.
page.
So Amber says, my husband, if he counts.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
To which I figured we would get a few of those. So I said to her, yours is the only my husband answer that does count.
Yeah, for sure.
Just so they know. That's a big one. Let's see
Because
here.
if you ever knew anything about El Weevo, you would agree with that one too. That is the weirdest thing to find in a living room. El Weevo.
El Weevo, yes.
Yeah.
Especially if he was in ours, I'd be surprised.
Me too.
Dorsey says.
What are you doing here?
Dorsey says he's in his living room and people find him a bit strange.
Okay.
So, okay, there's that.
Yep.
Paul says they always have 2 to 3 computers in the living room. Not tablets or smartphones, but full-on laptops and desktops.
In the living room?
Yes. And he says that there are only 2 of us able to use them because their kid isn't old enough to, use the computers yet.
That is weird.
So 2 to 3 computers. Full-on computers, too.
For 2 people.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
All the gaming you can handle. And probably work, too, sadly.
I was thinking more along the line of work.
Yeah.
I think it's you that would be doing the gaming.
Yes, because, why work? Let's see, my kid brother says skateboard and a giant inflatable joint.
Okay.
He's in Colorado, though, so I don't, that's not strange. You're in Denver.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody have a giant inflatable joint in Denver? Probably 2 or 3 real ones, too.
Yeah, probably.
The skateboard, though. Not everybody has a skateboard in their living room, I imagine.
I guess.
Yours is in the closet.
Yeah.
So, close, though. Let's see. We have 2 TVs. I think people might find that a little odd.
There's 3 on Sundays.
There's 3 on Sundays.
That's right.
That's right. And then the video games that I keep in the living room. I was thinking, though, the strangest thing, and I don't know if it is strange or not. I really don't. I've never paid attention to other people's houses, but the nail clippers. There's generally fingernail clippers in our living room.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
You think
I'm not
so?
here for that.
No?
Yeah, you do that in the bathroom.
Yeah, right? So there's just always a pair of nail clippers in the living room.
Just in case.
And I
And
figured
you always know where they are.
somebody might come in the house and be like, what the hell are these in the living room for?
Did you leave them out here?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Because they go in the bathroom.
Because they go in the bathroom. That's Naomi finally trying to tell me this after 8 years.
Yeah.
And let's see, your friend, I never say her name correctly.
Sierra?
Yes, that one. She says a train table.
A train table?
A train table.
Like a choo-choo train table?
Yeah, apparently. I had to ask her what exactly a train table is.
Yeah.
She says it is a table that kids can build their train sets on.
That's kind of cute.
I never knew such a thing existed.
Yeah.
And she says it has little drawers to keep all the train cars and track pieces in as well.
Oh, neat.
And it doesn't fit in either of her kids' bedrooms, so it is her coffee table now.
You got to do what you got to do,
And
you know?
she also continued, full disclosure, I had no idea what it was either when my friends asked me if I wanted it.
And you just said, sure, I'll take that.
What the hell, a coffee table?
Yeah.
With all the little drawers and nooks and crannies, apparently. You can. I wonder if it has, like, the fake mountains on it and, like, grass
That's
and
what
stuff.
I keep picturing. So, like, we're going to have to message her and see if we get a picture of this. Because I want to know if that's what it is. And if it is, you know, can any age play with the train set? 'Cause
Do you want to keep it?
I mean, come on. You didn't even know what it was.
I'm going to Google train table as soon as we get done.
Yeah. Wait until then.
All right. So that's going to wrap us up for the answers for this week, I think.
That was a good one.
The train
I
table.
liked it.
That's
yeah.
pretty good. Computers in the living room, a train table.
El Weevo.
El Weevo. That'll do for what's the scariest Halloween decoration you have too.
That's right. El Weevo.
El Weevo. Boom.
Sitting in a chair in the corner of the living room.
Contest won.
Yep.
Awesome. Speaking of Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween. It is Halloween, according to me from last episode or something like that. Can't believe Halloween's next week. What the hell are you talking about? Just October means Halloween to me, and it always will. It always has.
Yeah.
And so Halloween is coming up.
It is.
We have no idea what we're doing for Halloween, if we're wearing costumes, what those costumes would be, how do we even get there.
I really want to this year.
Yeah.
I really want to dress up this
I'd like
year.
to. It's been a couple of years.
And we usually go all out when we do dress up. And I just kind of want to, like, I don't know, find like a costume contest downtown or something, and I don't just do
win?
something. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we gotta get on figuring out what we're gonna do for a costume.
Yeah,
which is just gonna be a whole undertaking.
It always is.
As a matter of fact, we have a list, I think, somewhere from our listeners from a couple of years ago
of what we should be for Halloween. Yeah,
for good couple costumes and what I could do without having to shave my beard completely off and things like that. I'm gonna have to see if I can dig that up.
Yeah.
But when we were talking about what to do about Halloween this year, and of course, inevitably, what we want to dress up as always devolves into what we've done best in the past.
Yeah.
And that's how we get to this week's homework. What is your best, your favorite, your all-time, just most awesome Halloween costume?
Now, I want details. I want a picture on our Facebook page, and I want details. Like, I want to see, or I want to hear, like, how you created this, how you came up with it, all the, like, the weird things. I always go back to, when we talk about this stuff, when we did Recess and I was Spinelli, and we couldn't find leggings or tights that were purple and yellow stripes.
See, this is how we got on this, because we inevitably end up talking about the old costumes and stuff like this.
So we couldn't find these purple and yellow striped tights to put the rest of this costume together. So we ended up finding these like maroon tights and bought yellow duct tape and just taped up so it looked like there were stripes on the tights.
And it worked.
So like if you have to do something like that to pull off this crazy costume, like I want those details in there. I want to know the crazy part that you had to color in your shoes so they'd be the right color for this.
Because we did that same year too.
Yeah.
I had to make the shoes look like the like red Converse.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have those, didn't think about it until it was too late.
But you did have white shoes and a red Sharpie.
Yeah, so bad old white shoes and turned them into cons. If you were to look at the picture quickly, it looks like I'm wearing the right shoes for the costume. So yeah, and then, I think for the Burger King, when I did that, I cut up some old lady's shirt and made it into like frilly things for the king's robe, and oh my goodness, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's what we're looking for.
We want the details. Bonus points if you send in a picture with it on our Facebook page, because I want to see these costumes. I love seeing people's Halloween costumes.
And even if your favorite Halloween costume was the one that maybe you butchered on accident, you went out there with half of it dragging down behind you and you still were able to trick or treat and get a bucket full of candy. Those are some good details too.
Yeah, I'm here for that too.
I like the one year I went all out for my Ninja Turtles costume. Just went nuts. Couldn't find green paint and refused to believe my father that blue and yellow make green. Because, of course, we had all the blue and yellow paint.
Yeah.
So finally, when we couldn't find Ninja Turtle green for my face, and I was probably throwing the craziest tantrum ever, he mixes the blue and yellow together and was like, here, look. And,
green.
So like that. All of this carrying on, and it basically snowed on Halloween trick-or-treat night, so I was out there with my whole costume under a coat with the hood up. So, all of that. So
that happens a lot in the North, Halloween, it doesn't matter what your costume is, you're going in a coat. Like, nobody can see what you're supposed to be anyways. It doesn't even matter.
That's right. I try to find costumes that'll fit my beard. Nowadays, kids are finding costumes that'll fit over a winter coat.
Yeah, that's
basically.
correct.
So your best, your favorite, your awesomest Halloween costume memories. We would love to hear them. Share them on the Facebook page, of course.
Details. And again, bonus points for pictures.
Bonus points for pictures.
That's right.
I would love to see some cool pictures, some older ones too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure my mom's got like actual printed photographs that we could scan and get up there if I could find some of the older Ninja Turtles, or I think it was a clown one year when I was little, and pirates galore.
I was always cats.
Cats?
Yeah.
That was always Ninja Turtles or pirates that I can remember.
I remember being a black cat one year, and then the next year I was like a striped cat. Like, that's how I switched it up. Next year I'll be a black cat again. Yeah. I was very creative when I was younger,
yes,
as you can
look
tell.
at that.
Yes. All right. Get those answers into our Facebook page. It's time for that thought of the day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day.
This one's going to hurt. I apologize. Night before a day off is more satisfying than the actual day off.
It is, isn't it?
So sad.
We could talk about that for an hour and how depressing that is.
Oh, getting old sucks.
Well, I've always looked at days off like that. Like, Sunday. That's not a day off. That's just day before work. Mm-hmm. So, it's like,
Friday night and Saturday. That's what really counts.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
Sunday is just pre-Monday.
That's right, pre-Monday. Sunday scaries and all of it.
Luke, you gonna leave us with a laugh?
I am going to do my best.
We need it.
All right, let's see. Naomi said, "You at least have to invite me out to dinner once in a while." So I said, "I don't go out with married women." She said, "But I am your wife." I said, "No exceptions will be made."
That's terrible.
Really was.
You seemed so proud while you were saying it,
Well, I got to try to sell it.
Yeah, well, you failed.
Thanks
Sorry.
again to Brian for the book of dad jokes.
Don't be passing the blame on Brian.
Are you ready for another one?
Yes.
I have a pen that can write underwater. It can write other words, too.
Oh, my gosh. Come on.
And how do trains hear?
I don't know.
Through their engineers.
Come on. That's the best you got this week?
Running low on the book of dad jokes, so we're gonna start rationing them a little bit more.
I guess. You gotta figure something out.
Engineers.
It's terrible.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for spending an hour or so with us again for the 21st time. I can't believe
it's a lot of hours.
Very cool.
It's almost a whole day.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Thank you again. We really appreciate y'all. Everybody's support and all of that. It is fantastic. We love it. Tell all your friends. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Where else? The YouTube.
Everywhere. We're everywhere.
Get those comments up on the Facebook. Those Halloween costume memories. Looking forward to checking those out next week. All right. We'll see you for 22.
That's right.
Have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.